To vlog or not to vlog? That is the question. Let's put some sunglasses on because everything looks better with sunnies. Hey guys. So I'm here at the blueberry farm. We're going blueberry picking. I love all the picking of the north. And we did strawberry picking a couple weeks ago. We're at the end of blueberry season. I was literally on the last day of strawberry picking season and I was not going to miss out on blueberry season. So again, my children aren't with me. I'm hoping that today's not the last day and at least maybe they can come with me tomorrow or something. I want to make a delicious blueberry pie. I want to veganize whatever recipe I can find because I've made the pie in the past, but it was not vegan. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. So let's do it. Okay, so here we are. Look at all of the blueberryness behind me. They said they just opened up the field that we're going to, so the picking should be really, really good. I'm excited. I'm so excited. For a big bunch. Like my favorite thing is to find a huge big bunch of them and then hang on, let's see if I can do this. All the blue is just like out of this world right now. Oh, sharing the space with the bird, but just finding a big bunch. This isn't a big bunch, look, a big bunch, and then just like tickle them and they just kind of like fall off. Not you guys, not you guys. Waited a couple days to see if the weather would cool down. It never did, so here we go. These are ice packs that I got from HelloFresh to keep my surfaces cold. We are going to make the best blueberry pie in the world. For the pie crust, you're going to need 1.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a half teaspoon of salt, 1/6 cup of coconut oil, and you're going to want to incorporate that well. You can say hi. Go ahead, go on. You don't have to get really in there.
Hi.
Again, I had the flour in the fridge and the coconut oil in the fridge, so that I actually had the coconut oil in the freezer. And just incorporate all that. You're going to need 1/3 cup of cold butter. And you're going to want to keep working this until you have pea-sized little pieces. Finally, you're going to need 1/4 cup of ice cold water. Depending on where you live, you may need more or less. I used a full 1/4 cup. Work that in until you start to get a dough-like consistency. Try not to touch it too much with your hands so that
it stays nice and cold. Finally, when you're done and the doughs come together, put it in the fridge. Once it's rested for a little while in the fridge, take it out. I was going to try to roll this out with the rolling pin. I don't know what I was thinking. I think because the coconut oil was in frozen chunks, it just didn't come together like I thought it was. So I just threw it all in the pie plate, and yeah, I just decided to work it from that point. Honestly, it might not look so pretty right now, but just trust the process. I went working it around, kind of treat it like a little puzzle. Wherever there's a little hole, take from one side that you need to take and give to the other. I am 99.9% sure that I was supposed to like butter or grease this pie plate to some extent, and I didn't. So there is, you know, avocado butter in this pie as well as coconut oil, so it didn't stick to the pie plate, but it didn't come out as smoothly as it would as if I would have buttered it. So anyways, it took me quite a while to do this without the rolling pin, but in the end I was able even to make a little design, which is classic rustic, and I do like a more rustic pie. I want somebody to look at it and know that it was made with love, that I put my elbow grease into it, and that you don't want somebody to look at a pie and be like, did she get that from a store? Did she really make that? So yeah, I had a lot of fun here. I had my trusty assistant pop in right about now, my niece Mia, and I had a lot of fun explaining to her about pies and what goes on and why I have to use these cold ingredients and XYZ. It was pretty cool. And then I was done. Just putting on some finishing touches on my little peaks, and voila, the pie is done. So after this, I threw some parchment paper on top. I threw a bunch of dried beans inside of the pie plate, and I popped it in the oven so that I could blind bake for, I think it was like 425 for 15 minutes. And that just ensures that you don't get a soggy bottom. Nobody wants a soggy bottom to their pie. So, okay, so now we've moved on to the dry filling. You're gonna need 2/3 cups of sugar, 7 tablespoons of cornstarch. I prefer to have some cinnamon and allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and that just adds a little je ne sais quoi to the recipe. It's part of the original that I use, and it's legitimately called the best blueberry pie in the world. So who am I to argue with that? And I've made this recipe before, and it's so delicious. Here goes my trusty assistant, Mia, here. You're also going to need some lemon. You are going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 3 tablespoons of water, or grape juice if you have on hand. The grape juice does add a nice touch, but I didn't have any, so I used water. So you're going to want to mix that all together, and then you can set that aside. Please enjoy this footage of my niece Mia being completely and totally awesome and being a kid, because kids are awesome. I prefer to do a crumble topping. It's just a little bit easier. For the crumble topping, you're going to need 1/4 cup of cold butter. I use avocado butter, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of flour, and that's it. Just incorporate it really well. With this, you want little crumbly pea-sized pieces as well. And as always, I encourage children to cook. It's a good time when you include your children.
Luckily, it's all the blue.
We forgot to press play.
Yeah.
Mia reminded me. Thank God Mia's here.
After you blind bake the pie crust, bring it out, pop the blueberries in. For this recipe, I used 4 cups of blueberries. Even if it mounds up a lot, just throw it in there. They will kind of settle. And then you're gonna pour your like interior juicy part all on top of it, and then you're gonna put the crumble part all on top of all of that, as you can see. Yeah, I'm gonna work on these descriptive words because yeah. Once you are done with all of these steps, take that bad boy, pop it in the oven at 375 for 1 hour. Don't forget one of these things. Woo-hoo, for the pie crust. After the pie's done baking, always let the pie settle. This is time for the pie to kind of stiffen back up and hold its shape. You don't want to cut into it right away, or else all of the filling will run all over the place. So
Is it volume on?
yeah, sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wendy. Happy birthday to you. Feliz, feliz en tu día. Amiguita, que Dios te bendiga. Que reine la paz en tu vida. Y que cumplas muchos más. Yay! Make a wish. You already made a wish?
I did.
She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow. And no one can deny.
It was nice to have my mom over and just spend some one-on-one time. I miss her a lot when I go to Puerto Rico, and these moments are really special for us. So she brought the ice cream, I brought the pie, and we enjoyed each other's company.
She's crazy.
She sounds crazy.
She is. So, siempre así, ella más hablada.
Ooh. Oh. Ah.
What happened?
Drop the blueberry.
Oh my God.
Good. That's a good reaction.
No voy a comer pie for a long time. Oh my God. So good. Oh, so entonces Bubi se piensa mudar con la mamá en Campus ella. Allá vive. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that she could.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it gets to that point. At one point, I said, I'll move into mommy. Mommy lives up. I'd rather mommy move to a place she can get out.
It's so good.
That's rico.
It's so good. And it's not too sweet. It's like.
It has that perfect little tart. I love it. Because you don't like that dulce. What sugar did you use?
Organic raw cane. Oh yeah, it's just as good as I remembered it. And the fresh picked blueberries is like,
That was different.
it's different.